All right, let's talk about one of the most common foods in the entire world, the egg. We're going to crack open the truth about it because, well, pretty much everything you've been told about them is probably wrong. So let's just get right to it. Let's ask the big question. What would actually happen inside your body if you decided to eat 4 eggs every single day? I'm willing to bet the answer is not what you think. Okay, so to really understand eggs, we have to start by tackling the number one fear that everyone has, the elephant in the room, cholesterol. I know. I can hear you thinking it right now. But wait, won't eating all those eggs make my cholesterol go through the roof? We've had this drilled into our heads for decades, right? Well, the answer, according to a mountain of modern science, is a really clear and simple no. That whole scare was built on a really shaky foundation of flawed, outdated research from way back in the 1960s. It's been totally debunked. So here's what's actually going on. Your body is smart. When you eat cholesterol, your liver, which is your body's main cholesterol factory, it just makes less to keep everything balanced. It's a self-regulating system. Not only that, but your HDL, that's the good cholesterol, it often goes up. And the bad LDL particles, they tend to change shape, becoming bigger, fluffier, and way less dangerous. So the big takeaway here is that eggs don't create heart risk. They actually help your body create a healthier, safer cholesterol profile. Okay, so now that we've busted the cholesterol myth, let's talk about what eggs are famous for, protein. But as you're about to see, this isn't just any old protein. It's in a league of its own. And here's the key idea you have to grasp. A piece of steak or a fish fillet, that's muscle tissue. It was designed for movement. But an egg is a totally different ballgame. It is the ultimate starter kit. It has every single ingredient needed to build an entire, complex, living thing from scratch. This incredible design leads to this concept called biological value. It's a really simple way to measure how much of the protein you eat your body can actually absorb and put to work building and repairing you. And when you look at the numbers, it's just staggering. I mean, beef and fish are great sources of protein, don't get me wrong. Your body can use about 80 to 85% of it. But eggs? They score a perfect 100%. 100! That means absolutely nothing is wasted. And that incredible efficiency means faster muscle repair, stronger bones, and a more robust immune system for you. But the story is far from over. Protein is amazing, but eggs also come packed with this powerful toolset of micronutrients that are, and I mean this, absolute game changers for how your brain and body function. So first up in this toolset is an amino acid called leucine. The best way to think about leucine is like it's the master switch, the foreman on a construction site who yells, "Okay, team, let's start building." It's what signals your body to actually build and repair muscle tissue. This is especially crucial for anyone who exercises, or really anyone over 40 when we naturally start to lose muscle mass. Getting enough leucine is key to staying strong. Okay, now for a process you've probably never heard of, but it is running your life behind the scenes. It's called methylation. Just think of it as your body's ultimate maintenance crew. It's constantly working 24/7, repairing your DNA, getting rid of chemicals, and even making the neurotransmitters your brain needs to think. And when this maintenance crew gets slow or doesn't have the right tools, oh, you feel it, big time. Do any of these sound familiar? That feeling of brain fog where you can't concentrate, or just consistently low energy no matter how much you sleep. These are classic signs that your body's maintenance crew is struggling. And here is the kicker. It's estimated that up to 40% of adults, that's almost half of us, have a common genetic variation that makes this whole methylation process run less efficiently from the get-go. And most of us have no clue. So this is where eggs become absolute heroes. They provide the exact raw materials that this delicate process is screaming for: choline, B12, and folate, all in their most usable forms. This is precisely why so many people feel sharper, with clearer thinking and more energy when they start eating eggs consistently. They're feeding their maintenance crew. Next up, let's talk about how eggs act as your body's personal security team, protecting you from both outside threats and the internal wear and tear of just being alive. You know, the egg white often gets overlooked, but it's actually a brilliant little defense system. It's loaded with these special antimicrobial proteins designed to literally blow up bacterial walls and stop pathogens in their tracks. Oh, and that myth you might have heard about raw eggs causing a biotin deficiency? You would have to eat an enormous number of them raw for that to even be a remote possibility. Cooking them completely solves the issue. Now let's move to the main event, that beautiful golden yolk.
It's packed with two powerhouse antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin, and they are absolutely essential for your eyesight.
This is honestly the best way to think about it. It's not just a clever saying. These compounds literally travel to your eyes and build up in your retina. There, they act like a natural filter, your own internal pair of sunglasses, protecting your delicate eye cells from damage from sunlight and all the blue light we get from our screens all day. Okay, so we've looked at the science, and it's pretty compelling, right? So let's get practical. How do you pick the best eggs, and how can you make them even healthier?
Navigating the egg aisle can be really confusing. So cage-free is a step up from caged, but those barns can still be really crowded. The gold standard, what you really want to look for, is pasture-raised. That means the hens actually got to go outside and eat a more natural diet. And just remember, organic on the label refers to what the hens were fed, not how they lived.
And get this, you can make your eggs even more powerful by pairing them with the right foods. For example, adding some arugula to your scramble can boost antioxidant absorption by 9 times. Tossing in some onions helps support your liver's detox pathways. A little black pepper helps you absorb more of those amazing nutrients in the yolk, and adding avocado gives you healthy fats for steady, all-day energy. It's that simple.
So the takeaway here is pretty straightforward. As long as your body tolerates them well, eating up to 4 eggs a day is one of the easiest, most affordable, and most powerful things you can do to nourish your brain, your muscles, your entire body.
And that really leaves us with one last big question. If the mainstream advice about a simple everyday food like the egg was so completely off base for so many years, it really makes you wonder, right? What other foods that we've been told are unhealthy might actually be hiding in plain sight as nutritional powerhouses?